Hey guys, Bogdan here from Bustech, and today we'll talk about the GoPro Hero 8. Okay, so first thing we must do is update your camera. Now, as of 23rd of January 2020, the latest firmware is version 1.6. The quickest way to do this is connect your GoPro to your phone and update through the GoPro app. Remember guys, this is a must. GoPro always improves and adds new features to its camera, so staying up to date is especially important. Alright, so for the GoPro Hero 8, number one tip is learn how to use HyperSmooth 2.0. HyperSmooth, or the Electronic Image Stabilization (EIS), works by cropping in a small amount from the edge of a frame to lessen camera motion. This crop part is known as the stabilization margin. GoPro has a stabilization margin of about 5%. There are no moving parts, meaning your GoPro is as durable, waterproof and robust as it always was. This is a great advantage because optic image stabilizers may be easily damageable. A few HyperSmooth tips and tricks would be: zoom in for extremely shaky activities. You may sacrifice some field of view, but the return is an increased stabilization margin. HyperSmooth uses the zoom as additional stabilization margin. Often a very little zoom, 10 to 15%, is enough to substantially increase the motion attenuation capacity. Plus, the field of view loss is barely visible. Another one would be there is even more margin in linear mode. Linear mode essentially acts as a heightened HyperSmooth, thanks to an inherently large stabilization margin when compared to the wide field of view. Plus, the straight lines always remain straight. My personal preference is to keep the HyperSmooth 2.0 at high. This crops in a bit more, but it will give you some fantastic results. Next tip I have for you is a very important one. Buy a screen and lens protector. Now, as you see, GoPro Hero 8 doesn't have a removable lens as its predecessor, the GoPro Hero 7. On the Hero 7 you could replace it yourself, but on the Hero 8 you will have to send it back to them to get replaced, which might end up being very costly. Screen protectors are cheap. You can get both for your screen and your lens for about £5. This will save you a lot of money in the long run. The next tip is locking exposure. If you want to lock your exposure to a specific subject, now you can. Long press on the screen until you see a square pop up. Once that is on, choose what you want to expose to and tap it again. Now you will see a lock icon. Tap the tick and now your exposure is locked. To unlock, tap it again. One next tip will be to lock your screen. Now, in order not to change your settings accidentally, lock your screen. To do this, swipe down and touch the lock icon. Now your screen is locked. Anything you touch, you will just get a message saying swipe down to unlock. To unlock, simply swipe down and tap on the lock icon again. Now your screen is unlocked. Front screen. So you won't always be able to access the back of your camera's touchscreen to change settings. For example, if you have thick gloves on or you have your GoPro in a housing that has a hard back. For this, GoPro has come up with a solution to help you navigate through the custom modes that you have created on the camera. To access this, press the power button, and while having that pressed, press the record button. To cycle to the custom modes, press the mode button. Press the record button to choose the one you want. And one last tip that I want to share with you is turn the beep off. Some of you might like it and some might be annoyed by it. Me personally, I like this turned all the way down or off. To do this, swipe down and you see this music icon. If you press it once, it turns the camera beep off. Press it back again, camera will beep. Well guys, these were all the tips that I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I will see you in the next one.